You've seen it, haven't you? A storm rolling in from miles away. Dark clouds swallowing the horizon. The air thick with warning. You felt it in your bones. But when you looked around, no one else seemed to notice. They laughed, shrugged, carried on like the sky wasn't about to split open. So you stayed quiet, didn't argue, didn't beg them to see what you saw. You just stood there, watching, waiting, letting the truth sink into your veins. That's what the quiet ones do. They don't scream about the chaos coming. They don't whine about the weight crushing their chest or cry out when betrayal cuts deeper than a blade. They collect every jagged piece of the moment, every fake smile that didn't reach the eyes, every half-hearted apology that tasted like ash. Every time someone looked at you and decided you were too soft, too weak, too invisible to ever matter. But you're the one they never saw coming. They called you slow, passive, a shadow who'd never step into the light. They thought your silence meant you were lost, that you'd bend under their judgment and stay down. They didn't know the truth. The quiet ones aren't broken. They're building, brick by brick, scar by scar. They're forging something unstoppable in the dark. You've been underestimated your whole life, haven't you? Labeled as the one who'd never fight back, who'd never rise, who'd just take the hits and fade away. But here's the secret they missed. The ones who don't scream when they're bleeding are the ones you should fear the most. They're not just hurting, they're learning. They're memorizing every move, every lie, every moment someone thought they could bury you and walk away clean. Your silence isn't weakness, it's a weapon. While they run their mouths, spilling empty promises and cheap flattery, you're observing. You see the cracks in their masks, the way their eyes flicker when they lie, the way they shift when they think you're not paying attention. You hear everything, the whispers behind your back, the laughter when they thought you'd never make it, the silence when you needed them most. And you swallowed it all, didn't you? Sat there with a smile while your chest burned like a furnace, while the weight of their dismissal pressed down until you thought you'd break. But you didn't break. You bent, you burned, but you kept going. Every betrayal, every rejection, every time they made you feel like you didn't belong, it wasn't wasted. It was data, fuel, a map to something greater. They thought they could define you, didn't they? Thought they could scribble "not enough" across your soul and you'd believe it forever. They pointed at your stumbles, laughed at your falls, whispered that you'd always be the quiet one who never amounted to anything. But while they were busy mocking you, you were studying them. You saw how they operated, how they'd smile to your face and sharpen their knives when you turned away. You learned their patterns, their weaknesses, the way they'd crumble when the spotlight dimmed. And you kept your head down, not out of shame, but to focus, to build, to turn every wound into a weapon. Now it's your move, and the world's about to feel it. You don't owe them a damn thing. Not your time, not your loyalty, not a single explanation. You don't need to scream your worth to be heard. Your silence shouts louder than their noise ever could. Let them think you're still the same person they dismissed. Let them laugh. Let them doubt. Let them sleep on you. They don't know you've been sharpening your edges in the dark, turning your pain into something so sharp it cuts through their lives like paper. You're not here to argue with people who chose to misunderstand you. You're here to evolve, to rise, to become the storm they never saw coming. Picture this: a lion stalking through the grass, silent, eyes locked on its prey. It doesn't roar to announce itself. It moves with purpose, every step deliberate, every muscle coiled for the strike. That's you. Or a volcano, sitting quiet for centuries, letting the world forget its power until it erupts and buries everything in its path. That's you too. You're not lost, not broken, not invisible. You're dormant, calculating, waiting for the moment to unleash everything you've been holding inside. And when you do, you won't knock politely. You'll kick the damn door down. They love the loud ones, don't they? The screamers, the clowns, the ones who flash their pain like a neon sign. Noise distracts, blinds people from the truth. But you live the truth. You don't need to broadcast your struggles or beg for validation. You've made peace with the shadows, and that's where your strength grows. Every sleepless night, every time they left you unseen, every moment you felt like an afterthought, you didn't crumble, you sharpened. You turned those moments into armor, into fire, into a version of yourself they'll never be ready for. Don't let them fool you into thinking you're too cold now, that you've changed for the worse. That coldness is your shield, forged from every time they took your kindness and threw it back in your face. You don't fix what they broke. You outgrow it. They'll come crawling back when you rise. Not because they're sorry, but because they're starving for the light you used to give away for free. Keep the gates locked. Not everyone deserves access to the empire you're building. Your silence isn't surrender. It's strategy, and you've been playing the long game. They didn't check on you when you went quiet, did they? When you disappeared into the dark, no one asked if you were okay. That's because they didn't miss you. They missed what you offered. Your patience, your loyalty, your heart on a silver platter. But that darkness you sat in, that's where you became dangerous. You cut off the dead weight, learned who to trust, and rebuilt yourself into someone they can't reach. You move different now, calm, focused, untouchable. You don't chase approval. You choose who's worth your energy. And that shift, it terrifies them. Your silence is power, backed by every scar you've earned. It's not just absence, it's punishment. They'll feel it when you walk into a room and their words falter, when your presence alone makes their confidence crack. They'll hear it in every success you build without them, every milestone you hit while they're still stuck chasing clout. You're not here for their applause or their apologies. You're here for impact, quiet, calculated, undeniable impact. So keep moving, keep building, keep sharpening. Let them talk. Let them twist your silence into whatever makes them sleep better at night. The world doesn't reward good intentions. It rewards execution. You're not here to explain yourself or beg for a seat at their table. You're here to flip the table and build your own. And when you do, they'll remember the quiet one they laughed at, the one they thought would never rise. They'll feel your footsteps shake the ground long after you've left them behind, wondering how they missed the storm that was brewing all along.